So the next in stream class that I'm going to discuss is the filter input stream example or the class. So technically, I mean, there is no difference. I would say the reason behind is like because this particular class just don't have any extra functionality. The only thing it has is like it has uh, it is extending the input stream. If you could see, it is just simply extending the input stream class. uh, there is no all the methods that is in input stream you could see in the filter input stream. The only difference is like there is a few more subclasses which is extending this filter input stream. Otherwise, from the functionality perspective, it is same. And we could create this filter input stream by passing this file input stream as an buffered input stream here. So we could create it like this, and let me compile this example. Java C filter input stream Java. Okay, try without cache. I need to close the cache. Let's see, exception for now. Okay, I need to import this class as well. I input stream. Java filter. So see, so this is reading the file, and if after reading this file, if I'm calling the available, it is simply reducing one byte and showing it. So this is the same method that is available on the input stream. I just showed you for to demonstrate that file input stream class. The next class that we need to implement is the object input stream. But before this uh, class discussion, I would like to discuss about one more thing, that is serialization, because this particular class is used in the serialization concept. So serialization, it's very difficult to make you understand serialization right now, but on a high level I will try to give you one example that how serialization work and where we need it. So let's say uh, there is one program which is written on Java, and that is written on the JVM1, or you could say that that is machine one. Let's say I am writing this application in my machine, that is JVM1, right? And let's say this is the Java program, and it has like the class, as let's say it's a person class, and it has some attributes like name, roll number, something like this. Let's reduce the size of this, right? And I want to send this object, this class information to other system. So let's say there is another machine which has JVM2, right? Let's say it's a JVM1, and there is a network system between these two. Let's say I'm sending this information over the network. This is some kind of network. So because this particular class that has the data, let's say name is in string format and roll number is in integer. Let's say name in string and this roll number is in integer format, right? So we cannot send it directly, to this from here to here. It is not possible because the two machines always communicate in a bits and the bytes format. So first what we have to do is like we have to convert this particular object into the byte format, which is a byte stream, because this particular class will not be just one byte. There will be n number of bytes, whatever the size of that particular object is, right? So we have to convert this into the byte format. This will be the bytes, right? So it will be converted into the bytes, then we could send it in a stream. So whatever the information flow through the network, that will be the stream of bytes, right? So when we convert this object into bytes of a stream, this is called the process of serialization. And once this machine will receive it in its that byte format, and it will convert it into again this particular class format, because it need same format, right? Then it is called the deserialization process. Here we have to, before, once we receive it, the stream, we have to deserialize it. Deserialization. So whenever two computers communicate with each other, they always communicate in the form of bytes, which is a stream of bytes, and there will be serialization and deserialization. Even if you will, try to save this record into some kind of database. Let's say it's a database. Uh, this one is the database. There also, you have to serialize and deserialize your object, right? If I will send this data to here, from here to here, I have to serialize and deserialize the messages. So this is how serialization and deserialization works. So remember this thing, like whenever you are sending information from one medium to another medium, it could be network, it could be database, it could be like the file, then you have to serialize and deserialize your object into bytes, and or the stream of bytes. So this is what serialization. So there are some methodology through which we could serialize. So you have to actually implement serialization interface. This particular serialization interface is a marker interface. Now, what is marker interface? That we need to understand. So, marker interfaces are those interfaces which don't have any implementation, any method, any nothing. It is just a blank interface. So, I will go here. dog. I will go to serializable. You can see here that this interface, all know sub interfaces. These are the sub interfaces which is implementing the serialization. This is a class of implementing the serialization interface that will not have any their state serialized or deserialized. So the marker interface it will not contain any method or anything. It is just a blank interface. So we have to implement serializable interface if I want to make any object as a serializable. That we will discuss it in the coming session. So in this example, I'm going to explain you the object input stream. So as discussed about the serialization, so uh, this object input stream actually read the data, whatever the object output at stream has written it on file, or it could be some other platform like the network. So in this case, what I'm doing is I have created one class employee with name and the employee number, two attributes or the variable you could say, and I just created one constructor for this to pass the value to this class. And I also am implementing this serializable, right? This serializable, so this particular class, so that this class I could serialize during the output stream. So here I'm passing the value Ravi and the 101. So Ravi will come to the name and the 101 will come to the employee number. So once this is initialized, I'm creating one object for the file output stream with the name employee.txt and passing this file into the object output stream. And I'm writing, or I'm sending this, not sending, actually I'm writing this employee object into this output stream. That means this particular data is written over the this employee file. So if I will go to the file input stream, here I'm creating again like we did in the last example. I'm just creating the input stream for this file object, and this file object I am reading through this object input stream. I am reading it as a object input stream because this particular class is an object, right? This will come and we are going to read as a object. So I'm saying input read object. I am uh, explicitly casting this to the employee object. I'm saying that read this object from input stream and convert this into the employee object and print whatever the employee object name and the employee has. So if I'm going to compile this, so let me compile this. If I'm running it, see, I could read Ravi and 101. What if I will remove this serialization? Let me compile this. There is no error in the compilation, but I cannot send or write that data, object data, into the output stream, and I cannot read as well. Remember this. So this serialization is very important. Without this input object stream and output object stream will not work.